Hi, I'm Adam Lane Smith, attachment specialist, and I want to talk to you about the one thing you should never do on a first date, and that is fake who you are. Fake who you are. And there's a number of ways people do this without even realizing it. So today we're going to do a deep dive and cover what you should never do on a first date because it will destroy the relationship down the line. What does it look like to fake who you are? Well, the research shows us that most couples have problems. The honeymoon phase ends around 6 or 7 months. Why? Because for the first 6 or 7 months, most of us are dating a total stranger and putting our best foot forward to make them like us as much as possible so that when reality hits, they will have built up enough bonding to us that they will stay even when they find out that we're not perfect. That is how most people date. It's horrible. It's like burying landmines in your own path and then driving your car over them. It's horrible. That's the perfect mental image I could come up with. That's what most of us do, is we go out, set landmines down the road, come back with the person we love the most, and get in our car and drive toward those landmines knowing they're coming. And the other person has done the same. And we're both headed toward landmines and we say, this will be great. I can't wait to share this with you. That's what modern dating has become. People fake who they are. It can be as simple as going to your first date and saying, oh, no, I try not to eat too much. I think maybe I will have a half salad tonight. And you really are craving that hamburger. And after 6 months, you're going to be eating nothing but hamburgers and fries in front of the other person. But the first date, you have to fake it by eating a half of a salad and leaving half of that half of the salad just to show how delicate of an eater you are. It can be saying, I don't like those things when you really do like them. It can be holding back some of your hobbies. And I don't mean you have to blow out every weird hobby you have, but holding back who you are. It can be violating your principles. It can be saying, I hate people who do this, but I have to do it to have this conversation or have this relationship go. A lot of young women, modern days, have sex on the first date because they feel like they have to, because the bar has lowered so hard. They feel like that's the only thing they can do to try to get somebody attracted to them or attentive to them. They feel like it's expected. They feel like it's just they have to. A first couple of dates. It's not. If that is not your principle, if you don't care at all, that's one thing. But if that is your principle and you keep violating it, you will hate yourself and you will be signing up into a relationship where you will believe the other person is only with you because you did that. Then the pressure is on to maintain an artificially high sex drive all the time through the whole relationship, which is not going to work past 7 months. Let me tell you that. That's one more landmine you've planted. All of these things, fake. Fake. What would you do if somebody was completely fake for the first 7 months and then drastically changed who they were? You would say, wow, this person's really manipulative. I should get away from this person. There's something wrong here. But this is how most people date. And they are relying on the fact that we will chemically bond within those first 7 months so that it will soften the blow and it slowly comes out that we're really not that person. That's the process here. It's, let's start. Let's be fake. Let's pack as much dopamine and oxytocin and everything in as much as we can until you're chemically addicted to each other and hope the landmines don't kill us both. That's the circumstance. Both. That's what's happening there. Why? It's because most of us don't think we are lovable. Most of us don't think we're interesting. Most of us don't think we are worth dating. If you believed you were worth dating, you would not be fake. You wouldn't violate your principles. You wouldn't be rushing toward the landmines that you yourself had planted. You would be pulling landmines out of your path to maximize the health of the relationship as early as possible. Don't ever be fake on the first date. And not being fake on the first date isn't even enough. Be you. Now, don't show up in sweatpants with your hair a mess. No one wants that. But be the best version of you. Be the best version of you. If you want to eat a hamburger on your first date, don't show up and say, all right, I'm going to eat like 3 hamburgers I haven't eaten and I just feel like gorging. No. Also don't have to eat a fourth of a salad. Show up and say, I really love hamburgers. I'm going to have a hamburger. Would you want to share one with me? That would be cool. And share a hamburger. Eat a hamburger. Maybe don't share. Guys don't like sharing. Women typically do. Different resource acquisition model. Eat a hamburger. Enjoy a hamburger. Ladies, guys actually like women who eat hamburgers. Most guys were genetically primed to look at a woman and say, she's eating a good meal, man. I'm probably paying for it. I feel pretty good about myself right now. And she has a good appetite. That's a pretty good sign too. Biologically, men are designed to like women who have a healthy appetite. Do it. Do it. Men, show up and don't fake who you are. Don't try to be the nicest guy in the world who never has any expectations. Show up and have some goals. Show up and have some expectations. Show up and say, no, this is what I'd like to accomplish. I'd like to build this. I'd like to build this company. I'd like to do this with my career. I'd like to have a house. I'd like to have some kids. That will make you more attractive, not less. Not less. That's the key here, is the fake is really just a cardboard cutout, and it's only attractive to people who don't want to go deeper, because most people can tell this is not sustainable. This fake person you are is not really sustainable. Healthy people can tell, and they're going to go, no thanks. Nobody lives off of a fourth of a salad every single day. Doesn't work like that. Healthy people can typically start to smell where the landmines are going to be buried. Unhealthy people will say, oh, you planted some landmines? Oh, cool. I didn't. It'll be great. Just not great. It's never great. I'll warn you now. It's never great. The way to make it great is to take the situation, remove the landmines, and be yourself, the best version of yourself. Take your normal outfits that you normally wear and wear a little bit nicer. You don't have to show up in a full tuxedo, because even that is fake. You won't live the rest of your life in a full tuxedo. That is trying way too hard, and it's a sign you're being fake. So show up like this. Linen shirt, linen button shirt, nice blazer. I've got jeans on under this. Nice dark jeans, acid wash jeans. That right there, pretty casual but nice. Best version of. It's one of the best things you can do. Best version of you. Because if you want to be together for 10, 20, 50, 70 years, the person's going to know who you are anyway. You do not want to attract the person that you're faking. You want to attract the person who values you and wants to be with you for the rest of your life. So you must find someone who aligns that way and likes you. You don't have to fake to be someone else, because then you're going to be with somebody who's attracted to somebody else. And a lot of couples go that way. Who you fake at the beginning of the relationship is who you tell the other person you are, and they will always compare the future you back to the first 7 months of bonding and say, well, dang, I thought you were that person. Why are you acting this way? That's who you really are. No, that's the fake. A lot of people make that mistake. Hey, something changed about you at about 7 months, but I liked who you were. Could you go back to being that person? No, that's not who they really are. A lot of people make that mistake. It's not, and it's not who you are either. That's why I say this is the one thing you should never do on a first date, or any date, or any day for the rest of your life, ever. But especially while you're doing something as serious as picking a lifelong partner. Be who you really are. Give yourself that. Give the other person that. Remove your landmines from the road ahead. And then invite them to remove those landmines too. Because when you're not fake, you give the other person a chance to let their hair down and be who they really are too. And you can even have that conversation. Because you're not focusing all your attention on you and being fake. You're focusing your attention on the other person and finding out who they really are. And you can say, I'm not going to be fake. I really want to eat a hamburger. I'm really going to eat one right here in front of you. I invite you to eat a hamburger too. Let's both be happy and comfortable. Let's both enjoy this. Let's go for the long term instead of the short term. It's that simple. I'm Adam Lane Smith, attachment specialist. Please like, subscribe, help grow the channel. The numbers are good and numbers help. So when the numbers go up, everything else goes up too. Comment, Leave me a comment. Do you do this on the first date? Have you had experiences where other people have faked the relationship? How do you feel about those landmines in the road? Have you hit some of those before? Have you placed some of those before? Leave me a comment with some of your horror stories. I'd love to hear those. Thank you for watching.